So large gap. And then this establishes the opening range 3. So it opened here, ran up a little bit, sold off, and finished here. So that establishes the opening range 3 of the day is that blue box. The second bar stays inside that. It doesn't break out quite yet. The third bar, the third 3-minute bar, so about 7 minutes in, it breaks down. So we're short. And here is the standard risk box in Devon Energy. Check or hold. So we're short with that frame. Instantly get a 1-hour loss. It reverses immediately. And then cruises up, so we take the minus 1-hour loss. Check or hold. And then we get a 1, 2, 3 entry with a PSAR flip. So we're long with a standard risk box this way. And that would be our stop on this one. Check or hold. Standard PSAR flip. There's the swing low. Okay. That one instantly fails. So take about a minus 0.8 on that one. Minus 1. So we're down about 2 right now. When the smoke clears, we're down 2. And now what we have is the RL10 rolling over. The PSAR showing down. So standard entry, stop and reverse this way. Standard risk box. It was essentially the same risk box as the long position, but now because we're on the other end, it's going short. Check or hold. So that one is a 1, 2, 3 exit. So we get that. So here is our entry down. And sells off harshly. And then this makes the swing low. Then this gives you a higher low. That makes this bar 1, bar 2. Now, bar 3 takes out the high of bar 2. So that gets us long, and then it closes back here. So our standard risk box is down here like this. Check or hold. So this is an SSC. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that was the exit on the 1, 2, 3. And then that gives us the SSC shortly thereafter. I'm sorry, I screwed that up, didn't I? I remembered that I got back into this one as soon as it hit the PSAR. So we get that standard. So the first two we were minus 2. This one gives us about a plus 1. So now we're down just 1 now. Check. Okay. That feels pretty good. By this time, you should have, your stop was here. Come on, dummy. Your stop was here. On this one big bar that's moving up, by that time you should just say, you know what, I'm going to lock in at least right there so that I can enjoy the no lose plus dinner for two. Now you might have, on the next run up to here, you might have then raised the stop underneath that bar or taken half of it. So you could decide on your paper, where would you put your stop? If you're holding this, you're down one before this trade, but now you're about plus one because we're about 2R. This is about 2R in hand. So you could take that right now if you want at 4, and then you're positive for the day. If you cash it at 4, you're up about plus 0.5. 3 would make you slightly in the green. 2 would be a flat for the day. 1, you'd lock in the no lose, but you'd be a little bit short. Okay. I kind of like 3 myself. Depending on where you put your exit, you might have gotten out at 3 and then re-entered on the resumption, new high of the day. If you were at 2, then you put a second position in. As I recall, this one, as I look at it now, I like 3, but where I was this morning was at 2. So this one ended up being a second entry. And you get a fractional win on the second position or a fractional win on the re-entry, whichever way you do it. But now, by this time, you're positive for the day. And Devon Energy and the energy sector are certainly in play. It holds at the PSAR. It makes a PSAR flip to the upside. I'm long again. Standard risk box, check or hold. And then I would either have my stop right at the base of the dragon or at the bottom of the RL10 in order to minimize the risk. This is one of those reasons to trust that PSAR. Never violate it. Now, here's your RL10. There's like an RL10 wiggle. That's a legitimate second entry right here. On like a breakout of the emerging dragon. That's also about a 1, 2, 3 second position as well. So you could legitimately take that one. And with this 1 unit of risk, you're about plus 2 in hand on this trade. So you're comfortably in the money now. I did not take a second position. However, I did take the standard exit at the PSAR. I considered strongly the PSAR flip, but I was so impressed with the strength of the move that I was not eager to get short. I'm really just trying to stalk the long side. But now I get an R10 wiggle. Notice that right here, this was the opportunity for this thing to go back up and for me to get long right here, but it didn't. It started to roll over and fail, and that RL10 just continues south, so I go ahead and get short here. Standard risk box. Check or hold. balancing on a nice edge. Standard exit for another 1R. Kata 2 entry, standard risk for about another 1.5R. So that's about 4 to 5R on Devon Energy, while the rest of the market's getting smashed today. All right, so that's the sniper trade of the day. Devon Energy, which has been our kind of our prime focus this whole week.